off camera, I'm gonna make so much freaking money.
Especially if it can end up raining again.
Cause, like, I can just loop around just selling fish, and even the more common ones will get me, like, a few hundred, and then... Cause I put a lot of money immediately into the loan, we're actually getting to the point where the next loan should be it, and that's only like $1.5 million. And I've got about 50% of
Unless there were any additional loans to increase the size of extra rooms.
I don't believe so.
I swear that means this Animal Crossing, unless I'm just completely goddamn wrong. The side and back rooms, I swear they are smaller in this game.
They look to be a little bit smaller, yes. Bip.
Which kinda bothers me. Ow. Ow. Ow.
I'll cut past my slow fruit farm. Which I'm going to, like I said, probably sell in chunks, sell my coconuts, and then off recording I can just fish for a few hours. And get... We'll be wrapping up soon anyway. I can just...
My basically stuff is that, like, after you get all, like, after you get and sell all the fruit, that will basically be it.
I can just do a few hours of fishing. Really get that money. Fruit takes like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 14. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. We'll sell fruit and then cutting into the fruit farming to always show my like maximum payouts, and then I'm gonna cut around again and probably put a lot of this into the 66,000. I have 500,000 bells of money on me.
Okay, that's potentially a problem.
What? What's the problem?
These headphones now have this really weird problem where certain, I guess it's probably with like the audio channel certain things use certain things are now being much more quiet than others.
Cut past my food. And then a lot of that's gonna go probably directly into the.
Yeah, these headphones are broken. God damn it. Going to have to kind of cut a recording short because of that, then. Yeah. These headphones are broken.
Well, one, this is off the
Yeah,
coffee.
I know, but like, this is the strangest fucking problem. These headphones, they're fucking broken. Guess I might need to shut the computer down.
Try to deal with food and stuff in a minute as well, and then I'm doing some late night fish grinding.
Third day? What kind of a is this? Yeah, they're broken. I need another set of headphones.
And off with my coconuts, and that'll be. But ask about food. I'm still trying to record. Said I was trying to record and finish up. So then we can, because I was gonna ask about food, but if you want to go get something.
Also, by the way, I need new headphones. These are starting to not work.
That'll be fine, man.
Fruitcake got in here.
Of course you did.
Someone's gonna have to get up.
Yeah, I know. Where's the babe? Where's the hind?
Wait, is that? No, wait. Is that your fear or is that gone?
Oh no, that's the hands.
Oh, the hands again. And there he goes.
Rudy's out there with apps. Sell fruit and then off recording I can grind a lot of fish while we wait on Mom taking a nap. That'll be perfect.
Let's see if we're ever fucking shutting this thing down and resorting it. Let's see if that will help it, even though it's probably not going to.
Also might buy some color kits before.
So, like, it seems like that problem I was encountering in the animal problem is these just slowly started to not work.
Well, my audio problem before we started recording was it.
Like the audio problem
The first audio problem I was having where there was no audio, that got fixed. Maximize some profits. Another 66,000. The fact that because CJ showed up and I sold a bunch of coelacanths and things, the fact that I've made 500,000 bells today, counting what I had on me and the fruit farm, is incredible. Let's get some... Ooh, oh, big fish. Get coconuts. Nice. Tonight I am going to grind like crazy, just fish and fish and fish. Get the coconuts and then I can... I'm not making a coconut lamp, I'm just gonna sell these. I can make those other coconut palm tree lamps later.
Yeah.
Risky.
These headphones are unusable. They're unusable now. They just don't work.
Yeah, of course it's fire.
Right, I can't use them anymore. So it's going to hardly even fucking recording now.
What? Oh,
The problem these headphones have, they are fucking unusable.
extra fish. That'll be fine.
You also do need to be ending the recording because of that.
I'm getting coconuts to sell for extra money before I put some money down on the loan and maybe make that seashell art. No. And then off recording, I was just going to grind. And the other last thing I was going to show was the extra fish I caught. I was going to give those to CJ as well. And there's some extra shells on the beach I can collect later. ending it soon. I'm just trying to maximize our profits because I actually got a good bit of RNG in an Animal Crossing for once. I'm gonna swing by CJ.
I have no idea how an error like that will happen.
Let's... $10,000 for like 3 freaking fish!
What are the 3 fish that you...
The char, I believe that was a sea bass and a squid.
Why does that have to be the char then?
Oh, she's out. She's not stripping. Too early for stripping, honey. I call her the stripper mouse because
Okay, we need the ending.
I'm going to... I said I was going to visit CJ, which I just did, and then I'm going to run and sell coconuts, and then I'm probably going to add some money to the house before stopping. And no other peacocks. Okay, hold on. Gonna sell those coconuts then. Let me get this little bit of money, maybe buy some color kits, and then, because I have, like, I'm bordering on ridiculous at this point. Where I could actually, somewhat realistically, in just a couple of hours, probably have enough to finish that home loan. So that's 13,000 extra. Let me use 3,000 of that, buy some coloring kits. Hold on. Also, I want to see what flowers. Lilies, 1 flowers, tulips. Okay, yeah. I will be wrapping it up in a minute, though. Because what I'm probably about to do, since I have all of this money, and this would be a really good way to end before I grind, so I have all of that money. If I put 500,000 into the home loan, that covers basically almost 50% out of my pocket money. And then off camera, I can just grind CJ for a few hours, so... I'm not putting all of my money, I won't take... Yeah. It'd be about half if I do. Let's do it. 500. That wiped out about half. So, I'm about to end then. Off recording, I'm probably gonna do some time grinding. And that's why I basically kept a full money bag and 11,000. So, to preface what I was basically saying, off recording, I'm probably gonna also look for some seashells. I'm basically going to do fishing on and off for a couple of hours, slowly adding up money. So, this recording is basically over. This has been the May 8th recording in Animal Crossing New Horizons. I'm going to do some fishing to cash in on CJ while he's around. I hope you all enjoyed the May 8th set of videos. I will see you all next time. Hopefully, by the time I record again, I will actually have a good chunk of money. But, like I said, I need to go, so goodbye, everybody. I will see you all later. It's time for the question of the day and my overall thoughts on the topic. So, anyway, I thought this would be a good time to do a special question because I thought this special topic would be interesting as well. What is your overall opinion on the Switch 2? Now that some time has passed and some extra stuff has happened, like the pre-orders in America were delayed and they straight out mentioned tariffs. And I personally feel like tariffs affected the overall price of the console because so many countries that manufacture computer chips all had a ridiculous set of tariffs put on them. And while Nintendo might be selling in multiple markets, the world economy is connected, and I feel like they are actively aware of that, so they're increasing prices across the board because this will fuck up the world economy. And it's funny that tariffs were mentioned because it seems like Nintendo was preemptively preparing for tariffs in the same way a lot of companies are, because this does fuck over the world economy, and it fucks over the world economy pretty hard. And I want to quickly go over a couple of things. First off, that $90 physical game point is basically only Europe. In America, that's not a thing. A couple of games in America are $80. It's mostly the Mario Kart. And games that are the Switch 2 enhanced versions. But in my mind, I consider that paying for the base game and paying for $20 DLC because people act like the Kirby is not worth it. But in my opinion, it is worth it because that DLC expansion seems really substantial. A lot of people are also acting like all physical games are the game key cards. That's not a thing. They will release standard physical games. Japan is getting a region-locked console exclusive to Japan, but they're also getting the international version. Nintendo is not region-locking the Switch 2. That was basically false reporting. Overall, this question and topic is trying to focus on a general consensus now that some extra information came out. I did this in a different video as well, but I thought I would ask here because not a lot was happening in this Animal Crossing part. So it seemed like a good time to basically ask some opinions on the Switch 2 now that some extra information is out. And personally, I think that's fine. And I think a lot of people are overreacting in general just because I feel like people also don't understand, unfortunately, inflation is a thing we need to contend with as well. And if you're mad about inflation not matching wages, that's more of a greedy corporate problem and not something Nintendo can inherently deal with, and companies always increase prices because inflation does happen. So, unfortunately, that needs to be taken into consideration, and tariffs need to be taken into consideration. So, tariffs overall seem to be affecting things more than people think they are, but I'm not going to go on a long ramble again. I'm hyped for the Switch 2. I just think a lot of people are being unreasonable for no reason, and I feel like a lot of you are entitled. And it seems like Microsoft is going to launch some crazy overpriced Xbox in a year or two. And when they release an Xbox that's around $1,200 or more, the Switch 2 will look quite quaint. And I think Sony is also going to release a crazy overpriced PlayStation thing, because a lot of people forget the PlayStation 5 Pro is incredibly expensive, especially if you want a disc drive. And I feel like within a year, a lot of games will be on the Switch 2, and people will opt for the Switch 2 because the games run fine, and for slightly worse graphical fidelity, you get a game that runs really well and also works in handheld mode. Even though I've had friends and family all sort of say there is no way the Switch 2 is that good of a system, because they can't fathom that Nintendo actually did create a decently powerful console, even though developers are happy. And I feel like people will change their tune within a year when all of these games get ported to the system. And the PlayStation 5 has almost nothing, and a lot of good PlayStation 5 games will be on the Switch 2. So, for slightly worse graphical fidelity, you get a solid frame rate and the ability to play the game in handheld. And at that point, I think things will be really good. But anyway, I'm rambling. You can leave your thoughts, opinions, and answers in the comments. Or you can leave them on social media. All of my social media links, as well as my Discord links, are in the video description. Now, as always, I need to be a shill for a minute. If you subscribe to the channel, and if you follow me on social media, that really helps our communities grow. But anyway, I hope you all enjoyed the video, and I hope I will see you all next time. So, as always, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night, everybody. I hope you come back someday. See you later.